morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I am on my way to babysit today, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to see these grandkids. Have to get caught up with all of their shenanigans. I'm going to make sure I don't let Aoife go to the bathroom by herself anymore. I learned my lesson with her spraying the Febreze all over the bathroom and saying she was cleaning it with the toilet broom. I'm anxious to see her, see what kind of new words she has in her vocabulary. And some of y'all shared some of the words that your grandkids use, and I want to thank you for that. It was so much fun reading all of that. One of my subscribers said that she used to say, instead of spider, she called it a flighter. Oh, that's so cute. I remember when Jason was little, he fell down, and he came running in and said, I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "I fell down and it knocked the breathe out of me." He told me a story. He usually calls me on Sunday night, and he's always talking about things that happened in his childhood. And some things I remember, some things I don't. He has a very vivid memory, just like Jeremy did. Anyway, I didn't even know this happened, but when he was in either 3rd or 4th grade in Covington Elementary, his school teacher, I don't remember her name, her 14-year-old son committed suicide in their home. He shot himself. I remember I cooked a big old pot of chicken and dumplings and took it to her house and extended my sympathy. Oh, it was just horrible what she had to go through. But, she finally recovered enough to where she could come back to school. I think it happened around November or December. And she did come back in the spring of the next year and finish out that school year. But Jason told me that she took him to her house. I didn't know that. I mean, they were so lenient back then. And John knew everybody in Covington because he had gone to high school there, and he was buddies with everybody, and he was friends with the principal of the elementary school. So I don't know if the principal asked John. John did work right down the road from the school at a company called P&W Industries. It was a scrap metal yard. I don't know if the principal called up John and asked him if it was okay if the teacher took Jason to her house, or if she just took him and nobody even knew about it. I don't know if I had found out about it, yes, I would have been very upset. But Jason said that she took him there for lunch, and they sat at her dining room table, and she fed him lunch, and she just sat there and talked about her son. Of course, he was only 10, 11, and I reckon he was just a shoulder for her to lean on, and he was a very meek and mild-mannered and sweet voice. But Jason told me that the house smelled like iron. That is so weird that, he was such a young kid, but yet he recognized the smell of the blood that had been shed in that house. Of course, this is something that was imprinted in his brain forever. But it's so weird. My son is just now telling me this story. But I had so much compassion and sympathy for her that it was no problem to cook the chicken and dumplings and take it to her house. She wasn't there when I took it. I wish she had been. I would have loved to have gone in and sat with her and talked and hugged her and let her know that I was there for her if she needed me. And I should have given her my phone number, in case she needed someone to talk to. But, now that I have gone through that experience with the death of my son, I definitely know how to talk to someone, how to show compassion and empathy towards someone, a mother who is going through such a thing or enduring adversity happens in your life and it affects one of your loved ones, it's the parents' responsibility to go out and make amends and, to try to change things. Like all of these parents are doing from this Sandy Hook massacre. All of those wonderful mothers and fathers who lost their precious little children in that terrible act of violence. They have the, I think it's called the Sandy Hook Promise, where they're working so hard to get the gun laws changed. It's just atrocious, that these assault rifles are being sold to an 18-year-old. They shouldn't even be sold at all, in my opinion. Only should be owned by the military and SWAT teams and, those who are responsible for protecting us. So let's just hope and pray that these wonderful, beautiful parents can be able to reclaim their lives and to be able to get over this horrible, horrible tragedy, the entire town of Uvalde. That they can be able to come to grips with it and mobilize and find strength in each other. That's one of our main ways to bounce back from tragedy, is strength in numbers, finding strength in others. I saw that Matthew McConaughey, he was raised in Uvalde, Texas, and his mother was a kindergarten teacher. He said about a mile down the road from where this massacre took place at that elementary school. So he was in Uvalde, pleading that something be done, some changes be made. I will link his video in the description below if any of y'all want to go over there and watch his speech. He just makes a lot of good points and just plain old common sense is what he's talking about. It's not all of this fluff and bureaucracy, promises, and red tape crap. It's just from his heart and with compassion and love. But I have to tell you, it brought tears to my eyes. I was crying like a baby. It's just heart-wrenching. But there are a few channels that I want to give a shout out to. Y'all, please go over and support Frugal Mama in the Woods. She is really struggling, y'all. She is in a mobile home in this 107-degree Texas heat wave, and she has an air conditioner unit that is not sufficient to cool her mobile home, and she is baking. But Frugal Mama in the Woods and her daughter, they are just in misery. She has a little ice maker. She said that she got it as a gift from her Ibotta ice maker. So she's eating ice all day, and then she's taking cold showers. She said that the unit that she paid for in her contract was supposed to be, I think, 4 or 5 tons air conditioner unit, which her landlord charged her for, but he put in a lower ton unit, so it's not capable of keeping her mobile home cool. So if y'all would just go over there and support her channel, she is monetized, I believe, so that will help her to earn a little money and maybe help her with her cooling problem. Maybe she can sell the unit that she has and get a larger one or something. I'll link her channel. Also, I would love for y'all to go watch Prepper Princess's last video. It's about an event that happened at her job and the way that she reacted to it. It was, she was treated horribly by a disgusting husband and wife. I mean, just absolutely vulgar. And she got angry and defended herself, and now she's feeling guilt for that. And she does not need to feel guilty. So, Prepper Princess, just know that I love you and I stand behind you 1,000%. You absolutely have the right to defend yourself against that kind of hate and evilness. So I applaud you for taking up for yourself. And it sounds like the 3 managers at your company stood behind you also. But I will link her video, the last video that she made here, and I would love for you to join my YouTube family. We have so much fun here. I tell all kinds of stories. I do a lot of cooking. I cook great Southern meals. It's just a fun place to be. And I would love for you to join. You will be loved and accepted here. And y'all just keep on coming back.